गुड आफ्टरनून फ्रेंड्स। अभी जस्ट 2 दिन पहले मेरे एक बहुत अजीज़ दोस्त ने, जो मेरी अक्सर बेहद तारीफ़ करता था, उसने कुछ ऐसे अल्फाजों का इस्तेमाल कर दिया जो मुझे नागवार गुजरे और आई reacted. So a post thought in retrospection when I was thinking I could have well avoided. And today morning, incidentally, just a coincidence that I could find a clip in the social media where a very senior one political leader of my country, India, the clip said that so and so, I am not naming that leader, so and so took a bunch of flatterers to task. And immediately after there was a clip, it read that Shiba, the Royal Bengal tigress in Alipur Zoo in Kolkata, it hauled a young man who tried to put a garland around her neck and severely mauled her companion. Now that my behavior and these two clips suddenly got me thinking that today I must talk to my friends about the flatterers and critiques. You're always and all the time surrounded by your friends or whomsoever, somebody is praising you, flattering you, or somebody is criticizing you. Some are genuine and some are ingenuine. Another particular politician I'm talking about, he's in such a helm of affairs these days. You just have to go into the social media and you find that there are far too many clubs comes up on his name. Mr. So-and-so's fan club, Mr. So-and-so's Bhakts, Mr. So-and-so's Vichar Manch, Mr. So-and-so's Senas, Mr. So-and-so's Brigade, Mr. So-and-so Free Health and Foundation Center, Education Center, name it. There are far too many. They're endless. There's no dearth of flatterers or chamchas we can call. But here the another shot, what Shiba did, the Bengal tigress. Animals, I suppose, are not prone to the flattery. And as the tigress Shiba showed, have more effective ways of dealing the sycophants, than we human. All humans, my friend, can do is to improve, is to maximum to all flatterers or all chamchas and all those who keeps on throwing praises on them. What they can do, they can maximum impose fine on all those unwanted, unwelcome chamchas, while the Shiba, the tigress, slew one and mauled the other. Left to herself, I am sure she would have gobbled up both. Animals have yet to learn that flatterers resemble friends just as much wolf remembers the dogs. My friend, men in important positions must heed to the warning as given in the Shakespeare's beautiful novel Julius Caesar. Just go through. It says, where a courtier speaks about his boss and writes, quote unquote, but when I tell him he hates flatterers, he says he does, being them most flattered. My friend, denouncing flatterers usually prove counterproductive because it will generate another breed of bootlickers who will laud his condemning, whose Lord is condemning flatterers. Therefore, it is wiser to be like, I feel, like a duck. What does you watch any duck in a pond or anywhere? You watch closely. You realize a duck. It treats flattery like water. Swims above it, dives in it, but it never lets its wings get wet. In the contemporary world, I feel that Bill Clinton was the ablest politician or the statesman of the recent times. And in his biography, he puts it very neatly, very succinctly, and says, "Oh, flattery, it's like a cigarette. It's all right if you do not inhale the smoke. If you do, if all right, if you do not inhale the smoke, and if you do, you can surely get lung cancer." My friend, flattery comes in many forms. The more devious, the more difficult to resist. Most often, the fellow who claims is speaking his mind, and here they say very plainly, "मैं तो सीधी सीधी बात करने वाला हूँ," and mixes in a few harsh words to establish his bona fides, is the more difficult to resist and the most poisonous also. People in position of power, my friend, like this, the politician I'm talking about, should presume that no one will ever tell them the truth about themselves except their enemies. That is what makes the kursi such a lonely seat to occupy. Remember, you can't trust people who say nice things to you on your face, and you don't want to hear unpleasant things from anyone. It's a human nature. You have to cultivate indifference towards both, my friend, towards flattery and criticism. Both khushamad and ninda. Become absolutely indifferent. You should leave. It should leave you unscathed totally. You have to be your own prosecutor. You have to be your own defense counsel. And of course, you have to be your own judge. My friend, it's an awesome responsibility. Jonathan Swift, it took a balanced view of the phenomena. Read sometime. It's beautiful. Protect yourself from flattery and criticism both. And don't get influenced by any. And don't ever react that I reacted with my friend. Thank you very much.